year. Sam trying to stay or make his way into the top 5 as we go into the World Championships. Alley-oop topside acid, working the coping, bringing some of that street style. Sam had a good street competition here in Toronto.
Landing a little bit low on the fakie 720.
Yeah, and then not getting his back foot there on the sweat stance. These are going to be just enough mishaps here, and then going down on his last trick. He'll post a nice score, but those falls are going to hurt him.
Yeah, coming out against Eito, Takeshi, Shane Yoss, Matt Salerno, a world-class field. Fogarty's got to do better than that. When we come back, it's the monster Jaron Grove and the Tasmanian Devil looking for another win.
The ASA Pro Tour is brought to you by L2G, altitude tested by Team L2. By Naya, pure spring water, hungry for life, thirsty for Naya. And for the latest on skating, check out asaskate.com. Feed your habit.
Welcome back to the docks here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the final regular season stop of the ASA Pro Tour. The pressure is on all of the skaters. No more than this guy, Shane Yoss. He has definitely earned the name, the Tasmanian Devil, because of all those spins. Check it out, just off the drop-in. Shane Yoss just absolutely going nuts.
How do you describe that invert? Shane Yoss trying to get creative and utilize every inch of this ramp and then some, going out of the ramp, trying to lock on Soul.
Missing it cost him, and you know, he's such a perfectionist that if he doesn't hit a trick, he has trouble regaining his composure. They're missing again up on the coping.
Well, in the finals, only the better of 2 runs count. Shane knows that. He went for it on this trick. We'll see him again in the second round, and he knew after that miss that this probably wasn't going to be his high run score.
Jaron Grove, you know where he feels most comfortable, out on the street, but definitely doing that burly Jaron style, the big 540 into the 720. Then here, I don't know if he was actually trying to throw a 900, going down.
この後も ASA は続くからチャンネルはこのままで Don't go anywhere 喋ってよお前何を喋るのお前から喋らなあかんやあ俺から喋るの
Shane Yoss started by getting out on top of the railing. The Yasutokos will have to step it up when we come back.
Well, it all checks out, my friend. I still got a trainer to whip me into the mode, which is kind of cool. So he gets me out of bed and makes me do stuff because I'm a pretty lazy guy.
Lately, I've been spending like at least an hour to 2 hours a day at the gym. I usually alternate. I'll do weights and a little cardio one day, and then the next day I'll really focus on just doing like my stomach and a lot of cardio. And it's really just a lifestyle change. It's not so much that lately I've really been big into just going to the gym. I've just really started to take care of my body better.
If Paul Molina had things his way, he would have a gym and a traveling trainer with him everywhere he goes. But he's been in the States traveling away from Australia so long, he's had trouble staying conditioned.
Well, Matt Salerno has had no trouble with conditioning. In fact, he kind of pioneered this concept of skaters being well-conditioned. Matt Salerno used to get rid by the other skaters for jogging, but now he's having the last laugh. Matt Salerno moves into first place.
Not a bad place to be sitting on your birthday. Young Mark Engelhardt. He's been known for trying big tricks, and here he pulls off the 1080.
We practice 4 hours a day.
He was talking about his English there, and it's paying off. First time we've seen interviews with Eito where he's speaking English, but seriously, you see how the practice pays off in his skating. Eito and Takeshi both have been pushing the field. They're in a class all by themselves. Eito in first place after that run. Now Takeshi trying to make his bid for the #1 spot.
Takeshi's been criticized for not grabbing all of his tricks. He's improved quite a bit, however, in the last couple of months. Takeshi right now sits in second, older brother on top. Shane Yoss down in 6th, looking to improve when we come back. And what do you get when it's the end of the season? Well, you get all the highlights. Best Recs coming up November 10th and 11th. You don't want to miss it. Also, Monday, November 20th. Boom, they go down hard. Check it out, asaskate.com. When we come back, it's round number 2.
Canada, we have got a battle going on the vert ramp. You know, there's some changes going on in the culture of rollerblading. There was a time when training and conditioning were bad words in rollerblading, but now the attitudes towards those things are starting to become more relaxed. Everyone's got their own interpretation of what training is.
Well, when it comes to sessioning, there's not really one certain way that people just go out and session. I mean, a lot of people do go out and session, and like a lot of street skaters will get together and they'll just go out and hang out together, and it's more about hanging out. And then there are times when you're like, you'll really be frustrated with yourself that you've been trying a trick and you can't land it, and you'll really go specifically with that one trick in mind. And whether you want to call it training or not training, you go there with one specific trick in your mind, and you let everyone know that that's the trick you're working on, and everyone gets behind you, and you really sit there and work on that one trick. So technically that would be training in a session style.
Just skating, just pretty much 24/7 skating every other day. So just skating.
Mike Budnick, a very well-rounded individual, doesn't just skate 24 hours a day, but he has improved quite a bit this year. Trying to keep top 5 rankings in both street and vert, he moves up for a tie of 3rd right now.
It's nice to see Ryan Dawes up here on the vert ramp along with Jaron Grove. A lot of these young Americans starting to get into vert a little bit. Hasn't always been as popular with the kids coming up. But we've got some tours going around the country that will help generate some excitement about vert skating.
What it was is basically Nesquik hired us to go out and do a bunch of demos, release a brand new 16-ounce sports bottle they just released, and just go and skate and have a good time. We got a lot to learn.
Well, we have the vert set up, and all we really do is we get up, we do about a 10-minute show of just skating, really, and then they play some games. They get like, it's actually pretty funny. They get like 6 people out of the crowd and they make them throw down milk like as fast as they can, and it's a lot of milk. Like, you know, a bottle about this big, and I mean, have you ever tried drinking that much milk like really fast?
Well, we're out here with Team Nesquik, kicking off one of the first legs of the Nesquik G3 Skate Tour. Essentially, in Team Nesquik, we've got 5 of the world's top skaters from the Aggressive Skaters Association Pro Tour, and we're out here as a way to showcase Team Nesquik and their aggressive inline skating sport, as well as showcase the new bottle that we have here from Nesquik. I think 7 different weekends throughout the summer. Everywhere we went, everywhere from San Francisco to Denver, Colorado, to Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Venice Beach. About 7 different weekends.
See Matt Salerno there in the middle. He's the birthday boy. Brooke Howard-Smith calls his run.
One of the club favorites, it is his birthday today, which makes it just a special occasion for all of us. I may cry in the middle of the run. Here we go. Matt Salerno dropping in now, getting that customary big air. Going huge, hits the back of the railing, backside stall. Unbelievable. Matt's going to try to, I guess, inject amplitude into this run. It's one of his key features of the run. A huge dappy twisted spread. And then throws, that was a 720, throwing a double grab in there. Like a wombat, but more agile. Like a kangaroo, but not as big and without the pounce. Matt Salerno can do things that no other person on the tour can do. Most of them I haven't seen. Some of them he's doing out here now. He's got a goatee, which seems to have improved his style. This is incredible, honestly. It's his birthday, he has a goatee, he's from Australia. And those are the key things we're working through. Comes in fakie now. Huge! Oh, what was that? That was a 12-6. That was a 9-5. Unbelievable. Throws his helmet down. You can do that on your birthday. One time of the year, the ASA lets you do that.
Matt Salerno stepping it up. Backside stall. Perfect. Right back in.
This is the last stop before the finals. October's going to see you going head-to-head. Ty Chris, Seth Samora. You got the big guy, Shane Yost. You got the little guys, the little Japanese guys. How do you feel like your preparations come through? A lot of training?
Yeah, I've done a lot of work actually. we're doing the L2 tour across the United States.
Right.
And just get to skate every day with Shane Yost and Sam Fogarty.
So already we see room for him to improve on that first round score.
Nice spin there. As I was saying, he spins so many rotations that if he spins a couple of tricks to the right, then he makes sure he spins opposite to the left so he doesn't get too dizzy.
True spin, alley Mizu.
There's a Garfunkel.
Well, and that's exactly what we needed to see. I was going to say, it's a pretty similar run to Eito. They both had their signature tricks, the big tricks, and they both used that railing. I was waiting to see if Shane was going to try and distinguish himself with one of his new tricks. And that Garfunkel flip that he just showed us, something that only he's doing. He innovated it, learned it at Camp Woodward. Jumping out to the soul variation up here on the railing, you see really had to contort his body to get back in. And there's the Garfunkel. Comes up fakie and does a flat spin fakie 360.
83 even. He sits on top. Shane Yost is super stoked, and he deserves to be. He takes the gold over the Yasutoko brothers. Shane Yost, your 4th win of the year. Obviously, the international thing's a bit of a charm. Tell me what happened. You weren't even skating on your own skate.
Yeah, I was kind of jinxed from the start, strangely enough. I left my skates in a cab yesterday, fearing that I wasn't going to be able to compete. Matt Solano come to the rescue, lent me his skates, and I think he's kind of hating that right now.
Well, a bit of anticipation toward Vegas. You always seem to be your own worst enemy. Here, not a shabby contest. You had that guy, Salerno, who lent you the skates. Eito Takeshi. You still pulled off your 4th win. Does that give you some confidence going into the finals?
I just take each comp as it is. I've had a really bad run this year, getting all psyched up and then falling over and stuff. I'd just be happy to be out there and just skating and stuff. A little bit of practice, who knows?
You borrow the winningest skater in the sports skates. You win again. It must be extra sweet for you and a little bit bitter for him, huh? Well, the soul grind on the railing, taking a look at the iBook as they figure out the rankings, might just be the difference with Shane Yost. He moves up ahead of Eito Yasutoko in the rankings. Look at how close. Only 4 points separate the #1 and #2 ranked skater in the world, the Aussie Maniacs. Coming up, the road to the World Championships. It's been a long one and a good one. Through Hermosa, Woodward, Milwaukee, London, Rome, all over the place, and we end out in Las Vegas. Make sure you check your local listings at asaskate.com. Best special thanks to the Best Western Primrose Hotel in Toronto. Also, big special thanks to Now Magazine, a kick-ass magazine from one of the world's cultural meccas, and a CFNY radio. Special thanks also to Peter and Paul's Catering. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.